Okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I wanted to come on here for a few minutes this morning. I pray that everyone had a wonderful weekend. But I just wanted to share some words of prayerfully inspiration and encouragement with you on today. And prayerfully, it takes you through the week. As you continue to listen to others and even encouraging yourself. Having so many conversations with people, and one of the things that came to mind that I thought about was walls. And I feel like God dropped that in my spirit for a reason, as he always do. Walls. Everybody have these walls that's building up against them. And I come on this morning to talk briefly about that. Walls. It's so many things people are grappling with, their finances, their health, just a lot of stuff. Being unemployed, seeking work. It's a lot going on. And I mean, not just in your home individually, in your family individually, but around the world. So much is going on. But people that I've spoken to over this weekend have just expressed so much heaviness in their lives. And I saw them, as God revealed it, as walls. But I'm going to say this and move on a little into what my actual subject title is. When someone is going through something, listen to me closely. I'm sharing because this is the feelings that people have shared with me. When people are going through something, we must stop finding the easiest thing to say, which the first thing we tell someone is, well, just pray about it. Well, we all can pray. But God works through human agency. And God gives us insight as well to help other people. He works through human agency. And see, this is a fact. Man can try to shut one door in your face, and God will send someone to open that door. Let me say that again. When man tries to shut a door in your face, and they will, God will send somebody to open that door. I really, that really hits home. Because I see so many people where people are trying to shut doors in their face. Even myself. But God has sent people to open that door. Because when someone is going through something, listen to me closely. When someone is going through something, they don't need you to put a patch on it. They really need somebody to sit down and listen to what they are trying to say. People are going through a lot today. So much. People have some deep-seated pain today. People are suffering today. No matter what their suffrage is, people are suffering through some things. People are grappling with things. And these things are walls in the lives of people. You may say, well, what that got to do with anything? Walls. Glad you asked. Anything that keeps you from getting to that next level feels like a wall. And it really, in reality, it really is. But because God has given you strength beyond measures that you didn't even know that you had, every day you rise up to your feet, put one foot in front of the other. That's how you making it. That's how people are making it, because these walls of lack, these walls of frustration, these walls of feeling lost, these walls of feeling lonely, these walls of feeling like you're alone, these walls of feeling like I don't know where my next meal gonna come from. These walls of having more month than you got money. These are walls. And nobody needs an easy fix. People need people who are going to really listen to them. Sometimes it's not up to you to have an instant response. Sometimes you just need to listen to people. People need a listening ear. I have always said this, and I truly believe this. Communication helps the world to go round. See, nobody wants to listen to nobody. And that's wrong. Because when I'm going through things, when you're going through things, you need a listening ear. You don't need me to start throwing my situation in there. You need to be able to tell me or tell somebody what is going on in your life and know that they are really concerned about what you are saying. It's so very often we take it back. We taking it back. What people saying, and we throw ourselves in it. If someone is telling you I'm not having a good day, if someone is telling you that I'm struggling right now, if someone is telling you I have an addiction that I'm trying to get past, I'm in a bad abusive relationship, I'm in an unhealthy situation, I don't know which way my finances gonna go, I don't have enough money to meet the month, I'm struggling, and you gonna sit there and jump in there and say, I know what you mean because this is what's going on with me. It's not about you. It's about that person. Learn how to listen to people. Stop taking away when people are trying to tell you something, because let me tell you something. A lot of people are on the brinks of life right now. They're hanging on by a thread. And you got to learn to listen and stop this easy fix of, well, just pray about it. Aren't you praying about some things? But you still need to talk to some people. You know why? Because God is positioning us, all of us. He's positioning us in life to be a foundation for somebody else in their times of trouble, outside of just listen to me. Let me bring it back to me. In that moment, it's not about you. It's not about you. God sent that person to you for a reason. See, here's the thing. Nobody has a right to play God, but you should allow God to use you. And you're not allowing him to use you when you cutting people off instead of having a listening ear. We all. I'm not being accusatory this morning of somebody else. I'm being accusatory of myself, because you got to examine yourself first. Make sure you're doing all that you can do to help somebody, keep moving. When I get up in the morning, this ain't about me having a platform to come on and talk to you. You know what it's about? God using me to speak his word out in the morning. Not so people can just see that I'm up. No, it's about God using me. And just like God uses me for his purpose, he used you too. That's why you can't take everything and bring it back to yourself. You got to listen to people. People are crying, looking at you smiling, and they crying. As you gloat about what you have, when I done sat here and told you I'm going through some things and you telling me how wonderful your life is. That is trying to stop people from getting to that next level of comfort that they need to get to know that everything will work itself out in due season. But here's some things that I want to share with you. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. God sees you. He sees every wall that you are surrounded by. He sees those walls. But God told me to stop by, just like God told you to stop by and drop in some words of encouragement, some words of inspiration, some words of truth, some words of fact that God still sits high and he looks low. And guess what? He don't owe you nothing. He don't owe me nothing, but he loves us enough that he gave it all. He gave his only begotten son. And how can we sit here and not want to give nothing? Don't even want to give of ourselves. Don't even want to give a listening ear. People are tired. They're weary, they're wounded, they're sad. And guess what? They sick and tired of people just putting band-aids on their situation. In other words, just tell me the easiest thing to say. I remember my late husband. He said this one time. He said a member came to him and said, you talk to everybody else. You comfort everybody else. You inspire everybody else. Who do you go to? Who do you go to? This a man of God. And you know what? He said, I had to stop in my tracks. Who do I go to? Ask yourself that question. Who, out of all the people that come to you, who do you go to when you are down? Are you able to go to them people that you call friend? Are you able to go to them people that you call family? Are you able to go to them people that you call associate? Who do you go to? That's a question that you must ask yourself. Because if you are going to people that don't have time to listen to you, I'm talking about listening effectively to you, want to hear what you're trying to say, want to be there and not walk away and try to stop you from crying when the tears start rolling down your face, not trying to tell you to be quiet and don't worry about it and God got you. That's easy stuff. That's putting patches on people's situation. I'm talking about effective listening where you don't say nothing. You just listen. You hear their voice. And when they get tired of talking, because they done got too weak, but they have pulled out everything, then you can say, I hear what you are saying. Let's break this thing down. Let's talk about this. This is what I hear you saying. But we don't listen to people long enough to hear what they're saying because we so busy trying to do a quick fix. But look here, if it haven't happened yet, it will happen. There's going to come a point in your life where it's going to seem like everything is unraveling. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much fame you got. I don't care what you have that you might feel like you on top of the world, where it looks like everything that you touch turns to gold. Let me tell you, at some point in life, your life will shift and you're going to need somebody because nobody stays where they are forever. Nobody. There's some times I've been up. There's some times I've been down. There's some times I've been right there in the middle. There's some times when I've had more money than I had money. There's been times like that. Those times gonna always rotate themselves. Nobody never has it all together. And those were walls in my life, and there are walls in other people's lives that we need to try to make contact. We say the easiest thing, and we got to get away from that. Because people every day are facing walls in their life. My wall right now might not look like your wall, but it's a wall. It's walls, situations. Try to figure out how I'm going to get past this thing, how I'm going to get on the other side of this thing. And yes, I do pray. I pray for myself. I pray for other people. That's a constant thing for me. But guess what? I had, in fact, one of my guests on Electra James Inspirational Talks, and also a friend to the family. And I was talking to her, and she said to me, and it made me stop in my track. You do a lot for people that you don't even know, people that you will never meet. You're always inspiring others. You're always trying to encourage each other. You always have a word. But you need the same thing that you giving out. You need somebody to inspire you, Electra. You need somebody to encourage you. You need somebody to talk to too. And guess what? She's telling the truth. But sometimes you do so much of the avoidance of yourself because you have that great concern for everybody else. But you got to come back to self, because if you don't take care of self, how can you help somebody else? And that's true. And sometimes you need somebody to stop you in your tracks and tell you, I see what you're doing. What you are doing is a wonderful thing. I enjoy your words of inspiration. I enjoy your words of encouragement. I enjoy the fact that you listen to people outside of the social media. You was doing this before you even went on social media. But you got to keep in mind that you need somebody to listen to you too. Anybody, any of us, parents, you do all you can for your family unit, but you need somebody to listen to you too. And you don't need easy fixes. You need someone that wants to listen to you effectively. And I mean, listen. As you talk about them walls in your life, the question is, how many times have you paid attention to those walls in your life? You got some. I got them. Everybody have them. And when you see those walls, you can't avoid them, because all you do is set up other walls. If I got a wall with finances, guess what? I got to sit down and figure out how I'm going to work through this thing. And I might need to ask for your help. Ask for somebody's help. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't be embarrassed when you facing a wall to ask somebody for help. It might be a wall of depression. That's still a wall, because that's dealing with your mental. That wall is dealing with your mental. See, walls can deal with your mental. They can deal with your physical. They can deal with your spiritual. Walls can deal with every part of your life, because there are situations that you feel like, I just got that resolved. Now here this come. Then I get this resolved. Now here this dissolved. Now here this come. All these situations, those are walls. And they come up in everybody's life. And God says he works through human agency. He said, I'll never leave you, nor will I forsake you. I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. And I'm going to send you some help in the time of your troubles. But see, it's not God falling short on his promises. It's the people that he wants to use to fulfill his promises that are rejecting him. Because I got my life together. We okay over here. We good over here. And ain't no gonna let nobody in our world. Well, good for you. Because sooner or later, you're not gonna be good over there. I'm telling you, everybody, sooner or later, if them walls have not started building up against you, in front of you, it's coming. Because nobody gets through this life without some trials, some tribulations coming up, some frustration, some lack, some mental situations, some physical situations, some spiritual situations, and only you know what they are. I just wanted to stop in this morning, and I want to say to you this morning, there are walls in everybody's life. We all got them. We all have them. And people are hanging on by a thread. This was one of my viewers just shared. People right now are hanging on by a thread. People need somebody to listen to. People need somebody, my viewer here this morning, she needs somebody to listen to really listen to her, to really be concerned, to really mean what they say. Don't nobody need no fair weather friends. When my storm is good, you good. When my storm gets rough, you not there. Don't nobody need that. People need solid people in their lives. People who really want to help. And people not always asking for money. Sometimes people just ask for a listening ear. They don't want your money. They don't even need your money. They just want your presence of consideration, concern about their walls. But I say to this viewer, God has not forgotten about you. God sees you. He is catching your tears. He is holding you right now. He is telling you that help is on the way. He is sending so many things into your sight. He's surrounding you with things that you don't even see. He's surrounding you with comfort. He's surrounding you with love. He's surrounding you with vision. He's surrounding you with hope. He's surrounding you with so much. And it's not just you. It's people who can't be as honest as you are being this morning that are just like you. They're hanging on by a thread, but they won't admit it. They won't admit it. Sometimes we put these images up and we making people feel like we so strong, and we not. We need help. We need someone to listen to us. And I mean really listen to us. As human beings, God works through human agency. Why are we not doing our job? Why are we not doing our part? Because we got it all together? Because we don't have no walls right now? Because we not facing nothing? Because we don't have no frustration? Because we don't have no fear? Because we don't have no lack? Because everything going good in our lives? So we not worried about nobody else? God gonna deal with you on that. Some people got enough money to help somebody else, and they won't even help. They rather waste it than to help somebody else. And that's sad. That's sad. I'd rather throw it away than to help somebody that I know need it. And you know what? You got that spirit of discernment. God showed you some things. He'll show you a person that needs something, and you got it. And he gave it to you to give it to him, but you won't give it to him because you're busy trying to keep it for yourself. You're busy trying to brag on yourself. You're busy trying to make yourself look big and important. And God say, I see you too. You're supposed to have been over there helping with that wall. I see that wall that Gail got. I see that wall that Electra is facing. I see that wall that Moretta's got. I see that wall that Danielle and Janice and Linda and Gloria and Jewel and all these people. I could go on and on. I see they walls. And I gave you what they needed to help, and you won't even help. You took it and you hid it for yourself. See them walls. I see them walls. I see the wall with my friend Crystal. Been a great supporter for me. We've walked through many things together. I see the wall. God said, you see the walls. You see the walls, and you won't even help. And I'm going to tell you something. God will stop sending these blessings to you, and because he can't get them through you. He's going to stop sending them to you because he can't get nothing through you. Because everything that he gives to you to help somebody else to get past that wall, guess what? You take it and use it for yourself. And you already got enough. You already got enough. And you won't help nobody else. And God say, I see you. You took what I gave you to help and you hid it for yourself. That didn't belong to you. That didn't belong to you. I pray that this morning, this subject title on walls would touch somebody's heart to go out there. Ask God, how can you help? What can you do? Like the viewer said, she's hanging on by a thread. I want you to know many people are. But they're not bold enough to say it. They're not bold enough to say it. Because they want everybody to think they're okay. That they don't have no situation. They don't have no problems. But let me tell you, as long as you live it, sooner or later, something in life gonna get next to you. I guarantee you. Sooner or later, something in life gonna get next to you. Just keep living. And you might not have that wall somebody else got right now. But walls don't stop. But God will help you through. And God, those doors, those walls that people are bringing up against you, guess what? They trying to close some doors in your face. Guess what? God gonna send somebody. He gonna send the right somebody to open that door for you. Yes, he will. Help is on the way. Yeah, some people to turn their backs on you. Some people don't want to listen to you. Some people, all they can do is criticize you. That's all they got for you. But God say, that door, listen to me closely. I get excited about that. That door that they trying to close on, I'm going to send somebody to open it. God got some open doors for you. He opening some doors for you. Keep talking to him. Keep receiving whatever it is that he's putting in your path. And guess what? You're going to see some doors open. God got some door openers. So it don't matter who trying to keep you from getting what you deserve. Trying to keep you from getting and receiving what's rightfully yours. It don't matter who trying to frustrate you. Who trying to do things to frustrate you. God said, that's okay. I'm going to open that door. I'm going to let you through. I'm going to send somebody to open that door. Every door that's been shut in your life. Now, some of them, he don't want them open. But the ones that he know you got to get to the other side of that situation, he going to send somebody to open that door. All right? Y'all have a wonderful, blessed week. Remember this. Remember this. When your fight get too big for you, guess what? That ain't your fight. When the fight gets too big for you, that ain't your fight. That's God's fight. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Your fight is too big for you. That means it's not your fight. That's God's fight, not yours. He want to carry you now. Let it. He got you. And he's opening some doors in your life. He didn't just open them 10 years ago. He didn't just start opening them 5 years ago. He been opening them. It was a whole lot of things people was trying to shut you out. And God said, I'm opening that door. I'm sending somebody. Don't worry. You know how they got to open the door to let you in the building in the mornings? They have to, we can't get in that college until they do what they do to open their door. Guess what? My badge don't work until they make the initial step so I can get through that door. And God reminded me, see what you couldn't get through on your own, I sent somebody to open the door. All right? All right. So before I get off, it won't be, I won't have a podcast this week either, and I won't have one next week. I'm trying to talk to somebody for the end of this month because this is Women's Month. So I'm trying to get at least 2 women to come on and interview. And so I'm waiting on some confirmations on that. And so hopefully after spring break, we'll have 2 podcast sessions coming up on Electra James Inspirational Talks. I know everybody is busy and I respect that. And I know some people are scared to come on to the podcast. I mean, I just know that's because that's what they say. But anyways, we've got the all of the politicians that we had on last month that came on and spoke to us about voting. I want to say thank you once again for all of you who tuned in to listen to what they had to say. And I've invited them to come back on anytime that they would like. And anybody else who's running for offices, they're welcome to come on to Electra James Inspirational Talks. And everyday people can come on. You know, we just everyday people coming on and having a conversation with the world and telling our story. Okay? Everybody's story is different. But no, we won't have one in the next 2 weeks. But I am really hoping that to have the 2 women before this month closes out to come on to the podcast and share their stories with us. Okay, when I get a confirmation, I will keep you guys updated. All right, so I will talk to you later. Good morning, Joanne. I'm glad you were able to tune in on this morning. I want all of y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful day. Know that God loves you, so do I. But keep this in mind. Please, there are walls. And with those walls are doors. And those doors that people are trying to shut in your face, guess what? God has chosen someone to come by, to stop by and open that door. All right? Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.